Good evening. We are back for finals week 1. Stressful AFL game. Exciting last 2 minutes. Geelong win against Magpies in the first week. Careful. I mean, he was right. It was close, but he was correct. What do you think, James? What do you think? He's not speaking, but I think he's secretly saying, put the Tigers on the list. Yes. Unrelated to that comment. There, let's put the Richmond Tigers on the list, just for the sake of it, because they lost. Ha ha! 100 times. Because they wasted the final spots. Geelong Sydney Grand Final. Well, they're both in the prelim. I'm trying to look for stupid comments, not good comments. Stop predicting things right, guys. That was your fault for watching my team beating your team. Tigers will win. So it's my fault that Hawthorn lost. Nothing to do with the players on the field. Just my fault, right? It was my fault that my team lost. Right? Okay. Okay, you just made the list. Also, you said Tigers will win. You lost to the Lions. Take the L. Liam just made the list 5 times. No prisoners today. I think one of Geelong, Melbourne, Sydney, Collingwood, Freo, Brisbane, Richmond or Bulldogs will be lifting the cup in September. Ha! Hilarious! You just made the list for thinking you're a comedian. Amusement Productions. Reason. Fraudulence! Fraudulence! Davidoff, you're a bloody sook. I learned what a sook is. Apparently it's just someone who whinges. And it's pronounced sook, not sook. Did you expect a decent showing against a side intent on finals? Well, I mean, you lost in week 1, so maybe you should have given that spot to Carlton or something. They might have done better. I watched the game with my mate, who's lifelong Hawthorn fanatic, who knows far more teams capable of what I do. I'm just skim reading it at this point. But you can see it's Hawthorn a way off. Hawk supporter, therefore. This wasn't about the fact that we lost. Alright? This wasn't about that. Alright? I went to Australia. I flew 20 hours to Australia. And I had a great time. But there was one time when it was bad. A bad 2.5, 3 hours where Richmond just smashed my Hawks. Right? I was expecting a loss. Like, if you watch the vlog, I was expecting a loss the entire time. The problem wasn't the loss. The problem was the way we lost. There's only I think there was only one team that beat me more points than us. That was pretty embarrassing, right? And I'm not trying to excuse my team. We played poorly. But this is a team, Richmond Tigers, they're a team that lost to North Melbourne this year. North Melbourne beat them. North. To get smashed by that many points, by 60 plus points, against a team that lost to North Melbourne, is pretty painful, right? And Richmond's best quarter was the third. And for the third quarter, where they hit so many goals, they reached over 100 points, I was sitting there next to the goal. When you go to a stadium and you watch your own team get absolutely slaughtered, you're probably going to dislike the opposition. All right? It's just natural, right? Do you think Melbourne fans enjoyed that Geelong smashing all those years ago, right? They probably hated Geelong after that, right? And rightly so. It's the same, well, maybe not the exact same thing, because Melbourne got a lot of pain from Geelong for many years. This is just one game. But you get the point, right? It wasn't the fact that we lost. It was the way we lost. I wasn't expecting a win. I was expecting not to be embarrassing. Bloody everyone missing the damn point of everything. Bloody Andrew Strongman just made the list. Obviously, it still hurts when you're watching it on TV. Like, it's not like it's different. But, like, when you're actually at the game, it's not even like, if you take away the fact that I travelled from England, even if I lived in Australia, that would still hurt. Like, going live to the MCG, being there in person and witnessing that. It's always going to hurt, you know, no matter who you support. But obviously it hurts on TV as well, but it hurts a bit more when you're there. So yeah, because you paid money to pay for a ticket. You could have been at home watching it on the telly, but instead you paid for a ticket, and then you watch that. You watch your team do that. It's just like, well, you're probably gonna hate the team that beat you. Also, you're a Hawks supporter, therefore you should follow the rule. Barrack for any other team other than Collingwood if your team's not in the finals, and also not Geelong probably, or I mean North are not there, but if North were there probably as well. I'd argue that we should. You know what? Never mind. Let's continue. Flag mantle. It's still on. It's still on. But Collingwood next. Richmond for the flag. How have I not seen this? I must have missed these comments. Sorry. Richmond for the flag! Captain LF, you just made the list. Carlton like Spurs. That's actually quite funny. Carlton just made the list. We're putting Carlton on the list. It could have been them in the 8s. Instead, the 2 teams that beat them to the 8 both lost in week 1. WTF is this? We're just reading the letters because, you know, YouTube is very censored sometimes. A good vid! Freo are going to lose and get eliminated, lol. A Richmond fan said this. So he said Freo are going to lose, wrong, and get eliminated. And he supports Richmond, who did get eliminated and lost. We're going to add on 10. He's on the list 5 times already. We're going to put him another 10 times. That's 15 times now. We've had enough of this nonsense! Ah! Got him!